Yep, I can hear you.
We saw earlier, Mike.
Yes, yep.
Tell us how you came out onto the street and what you saw.
Well, I was around 1 in the morning, and I thought I heard fireworks going off. I thought it was just, going off loud fireworks, and it was getting louder and louder, progressively louder. And then I got to the front door, and then it kept going on, and then I saw a MBTA or a transit cruiser come up the street first, and then state police and Watertown police and Cambridge police, and then we're at the corner of Laurel and Dexter, and then there was a crazy gunfight going on right now. There was a crazy gunfight going on, and then what was also happening was it was like a bomb went off, like huge clouds of smoke, and then another bomb went off, and then it was just even more chaos on the corner where it just kept firing, and then there was like a black Mercedes SUV that stormed through the corner and hit a police cruiser. But right after that occurred, I saw one of the police officers, I'm not sure which one, but he had his foot on the dead suspect, just kind of leaning over him with his gun pointed at him, and then the ambulance came a few minutes later, and yeah, it was like a scene out of a movie.
As you witness all this, you're not at all concerned for your own safety?
I was pretty scared because I was, that's why the video is a little bit kind of wobbly, and it's looking through the railings on my front porch because I was kind of crouching in the front doorway, kind of just, my body, in the house, but my hand extended to get, footage of the video.
What about the other neighbors? Were people out on the street? Obviously,
no,
this is a commotion that came up in the middle of the night for your neighbors and neighbors in other parts of Watertown.
Yeah, I mean, it was 25 yards away from where I was, and I think people were just really scared.
Did you see the second suspect? Obviously, you see one person. Did you see a second suspect run from that vehicle? Or did the SUV stay where it was, where you saw it?
No, what happened is they shot that one guy. He was dead, and then they were leaning over him with his foot on him, gun pointed at him. And then the other guy was in the black Mercedes SUV that took off. And that was a guy apparently in the white cap. But they shot at that car like at least 100 times because it was semi-automatic weapons and handguns, and they were just blasting away. It was like, at least.
It was indeed a hail. It was a hail of gunfire that you heard.
Yeah, it's surreal. It's just just one after the other. It was just consistent.
When did you hear? Obviously, you're thinking this is a police chase. This is a suspect. When did you hear that this was the marathon bombing suspects?
Well, a police officer came up on the porch after this kind of happened, and I said, is this at all related to what happened on Monday? And he kind of just shrugged his shoulders and smiled, and he said, he's like, you never know, something like that. And then throughout the night, some other, officers came up on the porch, and they kind of said it. They said, yeah, he was one of the guys. And, the police officer had some kind of gruesome stuff to say about, what he looked like when he was dying and what they said to him. But it was, it was again, pretty surreal.
It must be just stunning to you to realize that what started as that horrific tragedy in Boston ended up in